Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have got another pregnancy update for you. So I believe the last time we did one of these one take pregnancy updates, it was up to 34 weeks. So now I'm going to go from 34 weeks to 39 weeks. That is currently where I am now. I probably did anticipate doing one a couple of weeks ago, but I just never got round to it. So like I say, it's going to be another one of these quick one take pregnancy updates. Probably quite a few things to update you on, but like I say, I am currently 39 weeks pregnant today. Ready for you whenever you are, baby. They've definitely decided to get a lot lower now. But without further ado, let's get on into the update. So again, it's going to be very similar to other updates. There's not going to be a particular week by week update as such. It's just going to be over like the last 4 weeks what I've been experiencing, I suppose. So where did we leave off at 34 weeks? I think I had a checkup. Probably did. I'm just going to run over what I remember from these last few weeks. Like I say, throughout my whole pregnancy, not a lot has changed drastically in between the different trimesters. So still the same kind of emotions I've still been feeling the same kind of emotions basically. So it's still been a little bit of a roller coaster. Definitely feeling like I'm in my 3rd trimester and like a big pregnant lady now. Definitely been a hormonal roller coaster. I keep almost hitting my head on this. I did just before I started filming hit my head on it. It's still really sore. But anyway, so yeah, it's definitely been a hormonal roller coaster over the last few weeks. I had another checkup on, I think it was, what week was it? Approximately 36 weeks? Yeah, I think it was my 36-week checkup, and my bump was measuring that it hadn't grown. So I got sent and referred on for another growth scan. Now I have previously had a growth scan at around 31 weeks, I believe. But they sent me for another one and everything was perfectly fine with baby. They're just apparently very curled up in there, very cozy, and it's just how I carry my babies. They're growing perfectly fine. They checked all the blood flow and all the amniotic fluid around them and everything was perfect. They're a lovely little babe. I just carry small and they're just nice and cozy tucked up in there. So that was really nice to know. Also at that appointment they let me know that they were head down as well, in a really good position, and since then I had an appointment last week and they were still in that position, and they've actually been in that same position since I think it was my 28-week checkup. So they definitely found a nice cozy spot, and that's head down. They have their back up this side and the bum up here, and then they have a load of just limbs round here. They tell me that round here is just all their arms and legs, and the midwives tell me that is a really good position for my baby to be in to be born. So obviously I'm really happy with that. I did know that, well, I did think that they had a lot of like legs and arms around here because that's where I feel like the most jabs. They kick me up in my ribs and you just see like bits sticking out there all the time, all over the place. So yeah, really happy that they're in that position. Getting back onto the kind of emotional side of things, I did have not a bad week, but definitely a more roller coaster week. Was it last week or the week before last, before my 38-week appointment, where I just felt like I was really pregnant. I've suffered a little bit with my sinuses throughout pregnancy in terms of waking up a little congested. Sometimes I feel a little sore. And for a few days, like last week or the week before, well, like I say, whenever it was, they just felt really intense. So really sore all under here and up over my eyebrows. And I did what I could. I was just making sure that I was doing some like pressure point massages and using my jade facial roller just to roll up and out and try and relieve anything as much as possible. There was 2 days where I did have to take just a couple of paracetamol just once, just to, like I said, kind of take my mind off it for a little bit, because it was getting me down, because it just felt so intense, and you know when that pain is all you can think about. So like I said, I did take a couple of paracetamol on a couple of days, but they told me that that was perfectly fine to do, and because it did relieve it instantly, then they weren't concerned about that, that was okay. And since then as well, I've not suffered at all with it. So again, just one of those pregnancy things. And when I spoke to my midwife about it, she said I could go see my GP and they could give me something if it was going to give me any sort of migraines from that, but otherwise just suck it up and see. So I was happy enough just to be like, do you know what, it's just one of those pregnancy things, suck it up, and in a few weeks once baby arrives, that is one thing that everyone tells me goes instantly. Any kind of sinus or cold related issues that you've had from pregnancy are just instantly alleviated. So looking forward to that, definitely. What other updates have we had? Oh, my rings are now off. They've come off in the last couple of days, just from water retention. I've not had any swelling throughout my pregnancy, which I feel very lucky to have done, but obviously I'm just carrying a little extra weight right now, and it is still quite warm here in the UK. As you can see, I'm still in a summer dress. So the rings came off a couple of days ago. Not that they were hurting as such, but they were just getting really tight to take on and off, and I didn't want to be in the case where I could not remove them. So I know there was one night where I woke up and it was digging into me from the position it was, so I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to take them off, then I don't have to deal with it. So I hate not wearing my rings, but I know it's for the better, because I couldn't imagine anything worse than being a couple of weeks overdue, basically, not being able to get your rings off. So decided to take those off for now. But yeah, not had hardly any swelling at all. It's literally the tiniest bit of water retention, which you can't even tell, but it's because usually my fingers are so skinny and long. So yeah, they came off. What else is there to update you on? We're all ready for baby to arrive now. Oh, I've bought a birthing ball and have been using that. So I've been researching ways to just help encourage baby to be born in a perfect position, things like that, and yeah, just to make it easier on myself and my own body. So I bought a birthing ball. I love it so much, and I've been bouncing up on it. I researched loads of different exercises you can do on it, going back and forth, side to side, all those things. And I've also heard that not only is it good to help get baby in a good position now, it's also excellent for relieving pain during labour. And also, I was telling my midwife that I got one, and she said it's really good for after the baby's born as well. So it's really good, a nice gentle way to exercise and to get your core re-engaged without doing any core exercises as such. So she was saying I'll probably get a lot of use out of it, which is really good. And also, Lee has been using it as well. He's been using it as a little gaming chair, so it's definitely not gone to waste. And I just bought that off Amazon. Nice and simple. Another thing that I was almost about to forget is that I did start colostrum harvesting as well. So this was something I'd not even heard of until a couple of weeks ago. This is basically where you express your colostrum before your baby's born. And yeah, I thought, what on earth? And some people are a little bit afraid of it because they think it'll bring like contractions on. I've not had anything whatsoever from it, so it's obviously working good for me. But what you do is you basically hand express some colostrum into little syringes, and if you know anything about it, it's just to create a stock of colostrum for whatever reason. If you're not able to feed your baby straight away when they're born, it means you do have some colostrum there to give them all the goodness and the antibodies that they need, and to reduce the need for formula as much as possible. So I bought my syringes off Amazon, and I'm almost out, and I think I've got 2 left. I just can't find them anywhere. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to have to buy some non-sterile ones and sterilise them, which is a bit of a pain, but if that's what has to be done, and that's what has to be done. But it has been going really well, and I went to college with a girl and she has had her baby now, and I was asking her for advice because I knew that she'd done it, and she was basically just saying to keep going. Sometimes it can feel hard and like you're not getting anywhere. And the first few days, well, the first time I did it I was actually really impressed with how much I got, and then the kind of second day I did it I was like, oh, I didn't get as much, and it kind of brought you down, which is the worst thing for like your breast milk anyway, because having oxytocin flowing is what encourages your milk supply. So by being stressed that you don't have enough is making you not produce enough anyway. So yeah, I just decided that that was just how it was going to be, and I was just going to relax, and whatever I collected was going to be better than not collecting anything. So that's what I decided to do, and then I've probably done it a few more times since then now, and I feel like I'm getting a bit more of a knack for it. It's just about finding out what works for you, what hand expression techniques, and also just being relaxed and knowing that whatever you get, it's going to be better than having nothing. So yeah, really pleased with that. But I do think my battery is now flashing at me, so I'm going to make it short and sweet. But that is all, like I say, the major updates. I will have inserted pictures all along of a few different times I've taken pictures of my bump date. But yeah, who knows if this is going to be the last update or not, but I hope you have enjoyed watching. Give it a big thumbs up if you have, and make sure you subscribe to see my baby when they're born, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!